Hey everybody, today we're going to talk about the benefits of using colored LED lighting in studio for portraits. Hello everybody, how are you doing today? This is Derek Giovanni, Derek G Photography. I'm in my studio today, going to do another shoot. Looking forward to it. Today I figured I'd talk to you guys a little bit about lighting, and this is kind of be like a lighting 101 type of thing. So this is all about what I would do if I were starting out in lighting portraits. I know there's a lot of stuff online that talks about flash versus continuous lighting versus ambient lighting, and there are benefits to all of those. But I'm here today to tell you that if I were starting out in photography today, I would probably focus on ambient lighting and continuous lighting. What is continuous lighting? So continuous lighting is any lighting that you as a photographer can bring into a shoot and you have complete control over turning the lights on and off. So think about a light switch, right? You have the opportunity to turn on the light switch to get the light going for you. You have the opportunity to turn it off if you don't want to use it for a shot. The nice thing about continuous lighting, it's what you see is what you get. So you know exactly what you're kind of going for when you see it. And that's kind of why if I were starting today with lighting, I would focus on that, right? Why make things too complicated? I figure that continuous lighting is just a really easy way to go. So one of the things that I did in my studio today, and what I'm going to show you is I actually installed these light strips from Govee. Actually, they're right here. So I installed these guys. The nice thing about Govee is that Govee's not necessarily a lighting brand that's that's built exclusively for photographers. Govee's doing a lot of, and really quickly, this video is not sponsored at all. I'm not sponsored by Govee. I purchased these lights myself because I've heard a lot of good things about Govee, right? And the reason why I like Govee is because they are kind of revolutionizing the way LED lighting works. Not necessarily for photographers, but for everybody, right? So for home use, like if you're building a home theater, if you're building a gaming system, they're just really cool lights. I bought their strip lights that I basically put around my studio, and I'm going to use these to create continuous lighting in my studio as I shoot. So Govee's at the forefront of this lighting technology, but I feel that you can definitely get into this arena with Govee for a very small price. And that's kind of why I wanted to share this with you. Sometimes we get caught into this idea with photography that you have to buy the best lighting gear possible to do your shoots. And you know, there's something to be said about high quality light for sure. But I will tell you this, you do not have to buy the cream of the crop lighting solutions to get really good lighting going in your studio. So I went with Govee. What are the other brands that I use? So, and like I said, I'm not affiliated with any of these brands, but I figured I would offer them up to you. So I use Godox lighting. Godox is a very, very popular lighting in the lighting community. And they make some excellent strobes. They also make some excellent continuous lights. The other light that I'm getting into more and more, and actually the one that I have lighting me over here, is an Amaran light. So it's the Amaran aperture. It's the 150. It's the color changing LED, which is really cool. So nice thing about that light is it's not tremendously expensive. I mean, as far as photography lights and videography lights go, but it's still an excellent light for lighting a scene. And it's not like a break the bank type of thing. You can really, really spend a lot of money on lights. So I think what I would do if I were a beginning photographer is I would focus on getting one really, really good continuous light. So I would check out the Amarans. I would check out Amaran Aperture. I would check out, I know Godox makes some really, really good lights. Take a look at those. I would steer clear of things like, and don't get me wrong, ProPhoto makes an excellent light, but you know, if you're just starting out, I think it's kind of overkill. for what you get, and you can really get some really high quality from these cheaper lights, in my opinion. And then, like I said, check out Gobi, man. Like, this is a really, really good brand. I mean, like, they're doing some really cool stuff. So I can control these lights from my phone, and I can control the color, I can control the intensity. And the really cool thing about it is that I basically put these strips all around my studio. And the neat thing about these lights is when the sun goes down, they're really going to add a nice ambiance and color inside the set. So that's one light that I control. Then I'm going to have my Amaran over here. And my Amaran is going to be my second light. And that's going to be more of a directional light. And I can use that either as a colored light, I can use it as a regular white light, I can use it as a warm white light. I have all of these options to control my scene with just the Gobi lights and this one Amaran. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a two light solution tonight. Actually, it's going to be 3 lights, right? Because I'm going to have those lights up there. I'm going to have my Amaran, and I'm probably going to have a Godox light. And the Godox light is just going to be for a white. It's just going to bring that white light into the face, like a key light, which is going to be kind of cool. So yeah, I'm just here to say, you don't have to break the bank when you're doing this. There are definitely ways to take advantage of this. One of the things you need to consider with continuous lighting is that it's harder to shoot with continuous light during the day, but that's okay for me because I'm shooting at night. So once all of this sunlight goes away, I'm going to have complete control over my lighting solution. Yes, flashes make it easier when you're outside. Yes, flashes and strobes, they definitely overpower the sun, and there's something that you need to consider if you're shooting outside. I wouldn't necessarily take my continuous lights outside, but in studio, in my opinion, there's really no reason to shoot with. I mean, I can bring strobes in to control motion. I can do a lot of really cool things with strobes in studio as well, but I guarantee you, I'm going to say probably about 80% of my shots in studio these days are going to be done with continuous lights. And it just makes it easier, right? The goal as a photographer is not to, the goal of a photographer is to understand as much as you can about light, period, right? So yeah, it definitely benefits you to understand ambient light. It benefits you to understand continuous light, and it benefits you to understand strobe, right? But I will say this, my goal as a portrait photographer is to get the shot, period. Somebody comes into my studio, I want to get the shot. And the way I'm going to do that is by making my life a little bit easier, right? So I'm going to think about my lighting solutions up front, and I'm probably going to focus on continuous lighting, and I'm only going to bust out the strobes if I absolutely need to. These continuous lights have gotten really good. They've gotten to the point where I don't see a need really in my studio to shoot much with strobe unless I'm doing something special. So yeah. So anyway, I just want to convey this to you that as a beginning photographer, this does not have to be expensive. You can get into this arena relatively cheap. In fact, the more I think about it, I don't necessarily know if you need to buy something really, really expensive right away. I mean, geez, you can buy a really cheap Godox light that's continuous, and you could just learn to shoot with it. You can probably grab something under $100 and put an umbrella on it and just go off to the races. Put it to the right of you, put it to the left, put it behind you, put it behind your subjects, put it in front of your subjects, bounce it off a wall. It's just practice. You just get a cheap light and practice. And I guarantee you that you can come up with something that is amazing without breaking the bank. So anyway, I'm excited about my shoot tonight. We have a model coming in. Like I said, I got these Gobi lights up today, which is great. I'll be able to incorporate them into the shoot tonight. And I love shooting. I love getting people into my studio. I love getting photographers into my studio to work with me. I love getting models into my studio to work with me. A couple other things that are kind of cool going on. I have a makeup artist that I'm going to be working with. She's going to be coming into the studio and applying makeup for various shoots. So I'm looking for people to work with in those regards. If you're interested in doing a really cool shoot with me, let me know. Yeah, so anyway, this is Derek G Photography. If you guys can do me a favor, my YouTube channel only has 19 followers right now, 19 subscribers. I'm not complaining, 19 is 19, but I mean, you know, it's in its infancy. Had the account forever, and it's just, it needs some love. I need to bump that number up because I intend to really build some content for all of you viewers that, I mean, I really want to show you guys how you can get into this field without breaking the bank. I want to share what I know with you guys. And the only way I can do that is if I get those numbers up, right? Those numbers have to get up. So if you can help me, reach out to your friends, give me a follow, have your friends give me a follow. Let's get this ball rolling. I'm really excited about all the things that are coming. So anyway, stay tuned. Have some more content coming out in the future. But right now it's all about lighting 101. So yeah, just go get a light, learn how to use it. This is just my example to you of why I like to use continuous lighting and especially color changing lights. I'm a fan of color changing lights, and let me show you why. So as you're shooting, I got my little phone here. I'm gonna go into the phone and I'm gonna select the color. So let's see, so I'm gonna go there. We're gonna go to Go Be Home. Right now it's purple, which is cool, but I'm gonna change the color. Let me show you how fast this is. So pink, there's red. Is that cool or what? And these are just the lights. They're the cheap, they cost me $50. And that's a chunk of change, but it gets really expensive when you are, when you're shopping for lights for photography, man. If this was a photography light, it'd probably be like $200-300, right? So this was a $50 solution, and this is what you get. It's more of a pink, but I'm getting desert, but this is more of a pinkish purple, which is kind of cool. This is a pink, it's coming through as orange. These things can be adjusted in post. This is orange, let me see. So you can saturate the orange more. You got some yellow, which looks like it's coming out a little bit green, but that's okay. It takes some adjusting, right? So another yellow, here's green, here's blue-green, ice blue. I mean, stuff is coming through so quick. So think about when I'm doing a shoot and I use gels. I love gels. They're awesome. But when you're taking portraits and you're like, wait a minute, okay, give me 5 minutes. I got to switch out the gels, right? Because it takes a while to switch them out. With this solution, it's like bing, 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 right? The shoots, they go way faster with this type of stuff. So there's no reason not to use this type of stuff for shoots. Here's blue, here's some darker blue. Let's see, powder blue. And once again, here's the purple. And this is the grape purple. Really cool stuff. So just keep in mind, so these are just the regular strands that you buy for home use. And this is what I'm getting in studio. And not only that, but it's still bright outside. So when it gets darker, these are gonna become even more saturated and it's gonna be awesome. Now, and I just wanna point out, if you look at, I already pointed it out. I have my light over here. I have my light over here to the right. My Explore 600, my flashpoint light. It's a great light, and it's just a continuous white light source, right? So it's hitting her from the right, and what you're getting, in my opinion, I mean, it's a hard light, but it's kind of like a Rembrandt light. So all the light that's over here is lit, and over here it's in shadow, and you get the little Rembrandt triangle there, right? That's really cool. But the thing that I want you to notice, and this is why I like colors, right? Colored lighting. The darker colors like the blues and the purples and the greens, they fill in the shadows. Like these shadows, without the lights on, would have been dark and they would have been black. But since we added color, we add a little bit of color to the shadows. Hey guys, Derek Giovanni here, Derek G Photography. So we have shoot number 2 today in studio and it's all about color. So I have a really cool model that came to join us today and I'm gonna introduce you to her. Here she is.
Hi guys, I'm Samantha Gabby. You can see my latest work in photo shoots I'm working on at my Instagram at samantha.gabby.
Awesome. Thank you for coming in today, and
Thanks for having me.
stay tuned. We're gonna pump out some good pictures. Stay tuned.